This conference will now be recorded.
So no problem. For this class, I'll be sharing the document also. No, you can able to follow that.
Chandra, I have
Yes.
one question. So I downloaded the personal edition 8.3. So
8.3. Yeah.
so there when I try to create a new application, that custom application is not showing there. Only PEGA platform is the is the option. Then the other frameworks and implementation applications that I created are showing. So
99% custom will be there. Maybe you have missed.
Yeah, I checked
Custom.
everywhere. It's like I created a test application, then I log in this administration ID. I don't know why.
So maybe they have removed this feature. I think it should not be possible if they remove this. Let me check.
Sure. Thank you.
So mostly you follow this version. This will be the version which will be used very widely. Till 8.2. Yeah, this is 8.1. 8.2 also people started using this. And 8.3 and 8.4, most of the organization has not even started. And what are the process we are doing so far, like creating application? This will be completely done by business analyst only. As a developer, we will not be getting a chance, and that's secondary. I want to show you this as well. Okay. So once we create the application, I mean, it will be asking us to create one operator IDs. Operator ID meaning the users. The framework application what we are creating here, it should be given with some logins, no, for some people. But that for that operator IDs has to be created here. I'm giving something like okay. So by default we'll be having admin and author. I'll tell you the importance of this. Just click on add. So we'll be having 4 important roles in PRPC, that is admin, author, user, and manager. Author meaning like a developer, and admin can able to act like an developer as well, and he will be having some administrative privileges. So first copy this.
So while creating admin, we need to provide that @ symbol with organization name.com, or we can provide as empty.
This is just a namesake. We can able to we should be giving one operator ID for sure. This should not be of this format. That's what I mean to say. We can able to give anything, and there will not be any invitation or OTP sent for this also. This is just for the normal. This is just a normal message. You will be getting this kind of message now. So you will not be getting any mail also. You can able to give any value, and usually we'll be following this approach. So what we have done, we have just created one operator ID here. So you can able to log off from this. So this is the administrator login now. I'm just logging off from here, and now I'm trying to log in with my username and password, which is created for the framework. So just copy and paste the password as well. So from 8 version only, it is asking us to create new password. Earlier, it will be automatically creating one default password like rules. So even today, most of the projects, I mean, most of the operators will be having the same password like rules, RULES. Let us follow the same. So if we just log into that, log in with that operator ID, we will be getting this admin studio. Why? Because we have just created one operator ID with the drop down value shown as admin, meaning this particular operator ID is having administrative access. So as I told you, administrator can able to do his admin works as well as the developer works also, that is author. So in PRPC, developer will be considered as an author role, and he can able to, admin can able to do both the things. He can able to do the development part and he can able to do the admin part also. So if we want, he will be having the access for this admin studio as well as the development studio. If you want to switch to development studio, so just click on this icon and click on dev studio. So this is the development studio where we can able to create all the rules. So now here we can able to see the application name, no? So earlier it was showing like PEGA platform. Now it is showing the framework application what we have created. So if we can able to just create new application on top of this, or we can able to check for this definition also. So if I just click on definition of this, we can able to see this rule ID is different from the display name what we are seeing. Okay, and there will be something like built on applications also. I'll tell you of, after we creating implementation application. Now let me create one implementation application on top of this. We can able to create this implementation application either from administrator login or from here also. That's up to you. So now here we should not be selecting the, we should not be giving the custom. We have already created one framework application, and now our intention is to create one implementation application that has to be created on the existing framework. So just check for our existing framework. So this is our existing framework what we have created. So just click on that and click on this use the application type. So no case types as of now, I'll tell you this later. So no data types also. So we can directly give the application name and click on create. Why? Because by default here we will be having implementation application settings and we have to rename the application. So that's why we have clicked on this. I'm giving application name like claims. So it will be easy for us, CHG claims. So just click on save and click on create application. So the same thing. So here also we should be adding one operator ID for that particular implementation application. I'm giving something like so here if you want to restrict him for only author, we can able to do that, or if you want to give administrative access also, we can able to do that. Let me show you for author in this case. So just click on add. So this particular operator ID is meant for only development purpose, not for the administrative purpose. So just copy this and click on done or log off. So this is still in the implementation of framework application. No? I'm trying to log off from this framework application. I'm logging with my this operator ID for this implementation application. So if I just log in with this operator ID, PRPC can able to understand in which application it has to be logged into. So this is the operator ID created for the implementation application. So if I just log in, it will be navigating to implementation application. So that's because of access group. We'll discuss that later. So for this also I'm giving password as rules. So here if we check, we did not get any admin studio. So earlier in that login, we have admin studio, dev studio and app studio. Now we are getting dev studio. So here we can able to see this application name as CHG claims. So if I just click on this and click on definition, I can able to see this. Okay, so here there will be something like built on application. For every application rule, there will be something like built on application, meaning this particular application, this particular implementation application is built on what are all the applications. That is what it is showing here. So this implementation application is built on one framework application. So this is the name of framework, no, what we have just created. And if I want to see the properties or the characteristics of this implementation application, I can able to do that. So there will be one open icon here. So we are in the implementation application now. So implementation application will be given access to the framework application. So we can able to reuse all the components from framework to my implementation. No? So now if I'm in implementation application, I can able to open or create any kind of properties or anything in framework application. But reverse is not possible. If I just log into framework application, I cannot able to create the components in my implementation. Okay, vice versa is not possible. So if we follow this architecture, child will be given access to this parent. So implementation application is meant to reuse the components of this framework. So we are in this application now. If I want to create anything here, sorry, if I want to work on this implementation application, I can able to create it in this framework also. No? So I should be given access to this framework application. So that's why we can able to see the characteristics of this framework application also by just clicking on this open icon. If I just click on this open icon, I can able to see the characteristics of this framework application. So this is the framework application characteristics application rule. So this particular framework application has been built on application called PEGA rules. Okay. Suppose if I have one implementation application and 3 framework applications, then here I will be having one framework application, and if I open this again, I will be having another framework application here, and if I open that again, I will be having another framework. Likewise, it will be finally reaching to PEGA rules. This is the OOTB application. Okay, so the built on application importance is this one. So even in the real time also, if we just join any project, we can able to see the number of framework application your project is having, or the number of implementation application your project is having, by just following this approach. Other simplest approach is if we just go to App Explorer. We discussed about this App Explorer, no? So in this App Explorer, just click on this app. There will be something called number of applications. So if we just click on this application count, we can able to see this application architecture. So PEGA platform is my initial application, CHG framework is my framework application, and this is my implementation application. Likewise, we can able to see the number of applications your project is having. My project will be having like 8 applications here. So they will be having 3 framework and 4 or 5 implementation applications. Likewise, it will be depending on the project. So soon after joining the project, you have to identify the number of framework applications they are using, number of implementation applications they are using. So this will be the count. Okay. So clear so far? So in tomorrow's class, we'll start creating one web page, sample web page, and after that we'll be starting using a rule one by one, all the rules, and then after we'll be working with integrations and agents. Likewise, we'll follow the step-by-step process. So clear so far, no?
Yeah, we will work today and we will clear the doubts tomorrow.
Yes, yes. I'll send you this recording and as well as this document. You can follow that.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chandra.
Thank you, Chandra.